So the heaters are fired up. It's nighttime, and I thought I had a pipe bigger than this. The instructions in the manual to install a new seal say to pound it home, force it in with a pipe. And that makes a lot of good sense, but sadly I don't have the right diameter. This size, don't know offhand what that size is. We can measure it. Looks like 3.5 outside diameter, and we need a 4-inch outside diameter. So, trip to Home Depot. So what do I do in the meantime? I don't really want to remove that seal until I've got a replacement. I think what I'm going to do is, even though that big beam is in the way, I can support the engine from below with a jack. But anyway, let's take off air conditioning stuff and weigh them. See what we get. We already know that that guy right there weighs, oh, I forgot what it weighed. Let me get the scale. My scale, my fishing scale. Wait for the beep. There it is. 5.34 pounds. So we're well on our way to the 500 pounds that I'd like to have gone out of this. Although that was probably one of the more significant contributors to weight reduction, next to the compressor for the air conditioner, which is right down there. So let's start by disconnecting that. Let me get you set up and bring you back when you've got a good view and I've got the right wrenches. So here is a line that came from the condenser around the corner there to the front of the car. Goes in with a fitting there. I'm going to remove this hose and get it out of the way, because again we're going to want to remove everything that's underneath that. And for those items which are on the top, that'll be easier. I'm just a bigger fan of these curved needle nose pliers more and more every day. How's that for redundancy? Bigger, more and more. Okay, drippy drippy. I've yet to find where the radiator leaks yet. Just bolts galore. So that's a fitting for an air conditioner line, and that's a fitting for an air conditioner line, and that's a bolt that attaches it to something, and there's some big bolts back there, and a bolt up here. Alright, sounds like it's time for some sockets. Guessing that's too big, but just perfect for that. Plenty of thread engagement. Alright, that line is off. Now, 10 more of these, and I might have half a pound. I see, it's a combined comedy of errors. Way down there. I'm going to find a container for all these fasteners and little brackets that are air conditioner required, like these. So this hose is prime for removal. Figure if I can get these hoses out of the way, and that should free up some more view down into there. I also have the option of looking down or looking in through the wheel well. Now I'm not getting rid of the power steering for a couple reasons. Reason number one is the power steering box, rack, whatever, has a more optimal ratio for quick steer, which is not great for road courses. A little bit too, I don't know, a little bit too quick response. But it's really nice for autocrossing where you need that quick response. And I don't have a wrench big enough for the fitting that's back in there, the end of this larger diameter Freon line. I think that's going to be too big. Get it out of the way. We'll wait for that. We'll try this. Boy, it's just not in a good position underneath. Well, let's see. Let's think about this. This is also an air conditioner line. So if we take it off first, which is smaller fittings, there, that should free up space underneath. And that appears I do have the right wrench for. Let's try a 19, just because it's a good number. Look at that, it's a very good number. Two sizes different. Okay. Yep. Far easier than some of the other connections. Alright, so now we need to this is some kind of pressure switch. We're gonna deal with this guy. That is an extra one. Although when I do the strut brace, I may get to reuse that. Alright, so this wire was one I had to put in to hot wire the engine. I'm going to get rid of that connection there. Okay. That one. And this one kind of runs down. Alright, so that one comes into, we'll show you that in a second. Let's get this one out. There we go. Okay, there you go, 0.39 pounds. Whew. Thing weighs nothing. I think we should be able to get that fitting. Maybe that, just maybe. 22 millimeters in the back. It'd be nice if one of these fit on there. No such luck. Snake this out. Okay. Another lightweight one. .08. Oh well. Beggars can't be choosers on weight savings. And so the bracket I'm looking at, that one right there, it had the low pressure line attached to it. It is attached here with a nut down on the bottom, possibly a bolt. So I'm going to take that out. I'll bring you back when it's out. That bracket and its retaining hardware, which I think is that screw right there, are out. Now, one more piece to the air conditioner puzzle is, and I believe this is a dryer, this canister here, it's got a hose coming off of, yeah, it's got a hose coming off of it. So let's work on freeing that from its home. So we got a couple fittings on top. We've got this bracket here that holds it on, and we've got, well, that actually goes somewhere else. So we can take that out. I think you can see where I'm pointing underneath there. But I guess we'll start with the fittings on this. That should free up some hoses. This now loose. All right, some more hardware to drop in the Geeter out. Bucket. Alright, now I believe we are to the point of just taking care of getting the compressor off down here. Okay, right down in there is a bolt that appears to be holding the power steering pump, and that's keeping tension on the belt that drives the pump and the air conditioner compressor. So if I loosen that, everything else is loose. That should rotate, take the tension off of the belt, remove the belt, then remove the generator. It's out, not without much angst. There's the bracket. It still needs to come off that it was mounted to. The power steering pump is up there. 13.85.